Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to the top 50 MCQs session for the month of June 2023, and this is the part 3 of this particular session. So guys, when I talk about this particular session, in this session we are going to cover the general awareness MCQs which are relevant for RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A as well as the SEBI Grade A exam. So guys, this session is going to be a rapid fire session, and this is basically revision session of what we have covered in the past 1 week in the fast track sessions which are being uploaded on our YouTube channel. So guys, the best way to revise everything is by solving the MCQs. So guys, now let's begin the session. But before that, there is a very important announcement for all of you that we at EduTap are providing the comprehensive guidebooks to all the aspirants of RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A as well as the SEBI Grade A exam. So guys, when I talk about these guidebooks provides you definitive answers to all your queries that pops up in your mind as an aspirant. The queries can be regarding the body in which you are targeting to enter to. It can be regarding the exam. It can be regarding the preparation. For example, when I talk about the Reserve Bank of India, so what is the developmental role that RBI plays in the Indian economy? When I talk about the exam, what exactly is the detailed syllabus of the exam, what is the eligibility criteria of the exam. Now when I talk about the preparation, what are the sources that you must follow to clear the exam. So all such kind of questions are being answered comprehensively in these guidebooks. So what are you waiting for? Kindly download these guidebooks from the link given in the description of this particular session. Now let's get back to the session. So guys, this session we will be covering the 50 questions and you have to calculate your scores, that what exactly your score was out of 50 in this particular session. Apart from that, it is compulsory for all of you, it is mandatory for all of you to answer the questions by just mentioning the question number along with the answer that you think was the correct answer in this particular question. Okay, so guys, now let's start the session with the very first question here on the screen. So very first question is on the project Gajapati to Gabon. So guys, this is basically Gabon's first Agri SEZ project which was being inaugurated. So you have to tell me the name of the entities which have basically assisted for the implementation of this project, that is project Gajapati to Gabon. So guys, you have to identify the name of those entities. Here the 5 options are being given. Kindly identify and tell me the right answer in the comment section. So guys, what is the right answer? It is option D, that is both AOM Group and the Centurion University, and these are also the technical and the knowledge partner for this particular project. So guys, now when I talk about, as it is the Gabon's first Agri SEZ, so now let's talk about the another agri related news article. So guys, you have to tell me the world's first nano DAP liquid fertilizer. So कौन सी कंपनी ने इसको लॉन्च किया था? The company which has launched the world's first nano DAP liquid fertilizer, it was being launched by IFCO. Okay, so another important thing you should remember from the exam point of view. Now let's move on to the next question. So the next question, you have to tell me the name of the company from which the acquisition of the MQ-9 Reaper armed drones will be taken as per the Defense Acquisition Council. So guys, recently DAC ने clear किया acquisition of these Sea Guardian drones, and you have to tell me the name of this particular organization जिससे इसको किया जाएगा. Let me tell you that it was total $3 billion deal for the Sea Guardian drones. What is the right answer? It is option C, that is General Atomics is the right answer. Absolutely right, guys. Now let's move on to the next question. Next question is on the Raj Parb festival. So guys, when I talk about the festival related questions in the exam, majorly what kind of questions come from this exam? From these festivals, basically the state name is being asked in the exam, or the community or the tribe name which basically celebrates this particular festival. So the festival here in the news article is Raj Parb festival. You have to tell me the name of the state which celebrates this festival to celebrate the womanhood and the mother earth. So what is the name of that particular state? The name of that particular state is Odisha. So Odisha is also the state which also won the UN Habitat Award for its Jaga mission. Okay, apart from that, the first Janjatiya Khel Utsav was also being held in the Odisha only. Okay, now guys, when I talk about some other important festivals, so there is a Bihu Ku festival which is being celebrated in Arunachal Pradesh. Apart from that, there was a Paris Air Show which was being held in France. Now let's talk about another important exhibition, that is Intersolar Europe 2023 which was held in Germany. So these are the different kind of details that you must remember from the exam point of view. Now let's move on to the next question. Next question is regarding the resolution which has been passed to establish a new memorial wall for fallen peacekeepers. So guys, UNGA, that is the United Nations General Assembly, ने recently इसको pass किया है. You have to tell me the name of the country which has piloted this resolution. What is the name of that country? It is option A, that is India. So India ने pilot किया है इस resolution को. And guys, let me tell you that recently the International Day of UN Peacekeepers was being celebrated on 29th of May, and this was the day when 75 years of this particular peacekeepers was being commemorated. And apart from that, when I talk about this international day, as it is talking about the peace, so what exactly is the theme for that? The theme for this particular day was peace begins with me. Okay, that was the theme for this particular day. Now let's move on to the next question. Next question is on the oil market report which has been launched by IEA, that is International Energy Agency. You have to tell me that as per the findings of this particular report, India will be overtaking China in the demand for crude oil, and you have to tell me the year by which India will overtake China in this particular parameter. So what is the right answer, guys? It is basically 2027, the year by which India will be overtaking China. So now apart from that, guys, when I talk about another important report of IEA, it is World Energy Investment Report which was being launched by IEA. And from another important report by the IEA has basically identified that Asia will account half of the world's electricity consumption by which year? By 2025. Okay, so guys, these are the details you should remember from the exam point of view. बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. Next question is on the World Bank. World Bank ने recently dedicate किया है अपना पहला road safety project in the South Asia, and for this a grant of USD 358 million has been signed. A loan agreement, sorry, it has been signed for financing the agreement, and this agreement was being signed between World Bank and which country? That is, you have to tell me. So what is the name of that country? The name of that country is Bangladesh, that is option B. So guys, जैसे कि Bangladesh is the right answer. So guys, when I talk about another important loan agreement, so World Bank ने एक और loan agreement sign किया था with which state? That is the West Bengal. हमने बात की बांग्लादेश की. Now let us discuss about the West Bengal. Okay, Bangladesh is just similar to the Bengal जब हम बात करते हैं उनकी. So Bangladesh यहाँ पर World Bank के साथ ये लोन एग्रीमेंट साइन हुआ है for the road safety project in South Asia. Similarly, World Bank ने West Bengal के साथ भी एक लोन एग्रीमेंट साइन किया है for the 148 million US dollars. Can you tell me that for what purpose this particular agreement was being signed? This agreement was being signed for the West Bengal Accelerated Development of Minor Irrigation Project. So guys, that's how you can correlate between these two news articles and you can remember that for a longer period of time. Okay, so जब हम बात करते हैं पाकिस्तान की, so we all know कि ADB की annual report आई थी जिसके अंदर उन्होंने कहा था that the largest recipient of all the funding that have been provided by the ADB to the country, so the largest recipient was Pakistan only. Okay, so that's how you can remember the different news articles by correlating them with each other. Next question, guys, tell me the name of the company जिसने MOU sign किया है Germany की SMS group के साथ. And whenever there is an MOU, I told you there are two important things. First one is the name of the party, and the second thing is that what exactly the aim of that particular MOU. So guys, जब हम बात करते हैं इसकी, तो जर्मनी का जो SMS ग्रुप है उसने एक MOU साइन किया है for the decarbonization technology. And what is the name of that entity with which this MOU has been signed? It is option B, that is Tata Steel Limited. So guys, जैसे कि बात हमने की जर्मनी की, तो जर्मनी के अंदर रिसेंटली एक एक्सरसाइज हुई थी जिसका नाम है एयर डिफेंडर एक्सरसाइज, which was the largest air defense exercise which is being conducted by the NATO. Okay, another important detail you should remember from the exam point of view. Now let's move on to the next question. The next question is on the theme of the World Day to Combat Desertification and Drought 2023. So guys, whenever there is an important day in the news, you have to remember the two important things. What are they? First one is the date on which the day is being celebrated, and the next important thing is the theme. So जब हम बात करते हैं theme की, the question is basically on the theme. So what exactly the theme for this particular day was? The theme was her land and her rights. So that was the theme for the World Day to Combat Desertification Drought 2023. When I talk about the date on which it is being celebrated, it was June 17th on which it is being celebrated. So when I talk about some other important international days, we all know World Ocean Day was being celebrated in the month of June. And what was the date? It was 8th of June. Now we also know World Accreditation Day, it was being celebrated on 9th of June. Apart from that, we also know World Blood Donor Day. On which date it is being celebrated? It is being celebrated on 14th of June. Okay, so guys, that's how you are required to remember all such kind of days which were there, because they can be asked in the exam. Now let's move on to the next question. So Julie Ladakh नाम का एक outreach program को recently organize किया गया था to aware the people about the naval services, and you have to identify the name of the institution which has organized this particular program. So as I told you about the naval services, so the right answer is Indian Navy, that is option D. Next question. So India का first passive micro cap index fund, इसमें से कौन से mutual fund ने introduce किया है? The name of that fund is Motilal Oswal Mutual Fund. A very direct question which can be asked. Now let's move on to the next question. So guys, here the next question is on the LEED Zero certified green building projects. You have to tell me the name of the country which has ranked first in these LEED Zero certified green building projects. So quickly tell me what is the name of that particular country. So it is basically India which has topped this particular ranking. And guys, when I talk about the LEED, can you tell me what exactly it stands for? It stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. Okay, that is what the LEED is. And why exactly these kind of certifications are being given? Because this LEED certification recognizes those entities which have become net zero or net positive in the categories of carbon, energy, waste or water. Okay, that is why they are being certified. And apart from that, जब हम बात करते हैं इंडिया की, so the firms that is DLF and FMCG player, that is ITC, they are leading in these LEED Zero Green certification initiatives. I hope this is clear to all of you. बढ़ते हैं अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. Next question is basically on a fellowship program जिसको recently announce किया गया था. What exactly is the aim of this particular initiative or the program? The aim is to connect Indian STEM diaspora with the Indian higher educational institutions. Basically इस program के अंदर what they want to do, they want to collaborate the diaspora minds, India diaspora minds with the domestic minds, so that they can collaborate on the research and development. Okay, so guys, जब हम बात करते हैं इसकी, here it is very important to remember that what exactly this STEM stands for. It stands for science, technology, engineering, mathematics and medicine. Okay, so what is the name of this particular program? It is Vaibhav Fellowship Program, which stands for वैश्विक भारतीय वैज्ञानिक फेलोशिप प्रोग्राम. और इसको कौन सी मिनिस्ट्री देखती है? It is basically been implemented by the Ministry of Science and Technology. Absolutely right, guys. This is the right answer to this particular question. बढ़ते हैं अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. So you have to tell me the name of the company जिसको recently contract दिया गया है to supply 80 Vande Bharat sleeper trains for the Indian Railways. So what is the right answer to this question? So the right answer to this question is Titagarh Rail Systems Limited and the Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited. और जब हम बात करते हैं वंदे भारत की, तो यहाँ पर रिसेंटली एक पर्टिकुलर पर्सन ने वंदे भारत ट्रेन को ड्राइव किया था, एंड विद दैट शी बिकेम द फर्स्ट वुमेन एशिया लोको पायलट. And what is the name of that person? The name of that person is Surekha Yadav. Okay, so she became the first Asian woman loco pilot, and that can also be asked in the exam. Next question, guys. So here you have to tell me the name of the airline which became the first airline from the Northeast India for receiving the NOC. Why it has received this NOC? To operate the scheduled commuter air transport services in India. What is the name of that airline? The name of that airline is Jetwings Airways. Option C, Jetwings Airways is the right answer. Next question. So here, guys, you have to tell me the name of the state जिसको मिली है highest wind capacity addition through the open access. Let me tell you, I am talking about the highest wind capacity through open access. Okay, जब हम बात करते हैं normal highest wind capacity addition की, तो कौन सी स्टेट उसमें टॉप पे थी? It was राजस्थान. Okay, so one option has been eliminated. Now when I talk about the highest wind capacity addition through the open access, what is the name of that state? The name of that state is option D, that is Gujarat. Okay, so Gujarat is the right answer, and Gujarat is also the state which has recently made the Guinness World Record. And what exactly was the record? The record was for the largest the largest gathering of people for yoga asan, where it was being held? It was held in Surat, Gujarat. Okay, the gathering was in the Surat, Gujarat. Okay, so guys, apart from that, when I talk about here the Tamil Nadu, जब हम बात करते हैं तमिलनाडु की, it was basically awarded for initiating the repowering of wind turbines. Okay, and Tamil Nadu is also the state where Ola Electric is going to set up the largest EV hub. So these are the very important details that you should remember from the exam point of view. So जब हम बात करते हैं highest wind capacity की, तो यहाँ पर आ रहा है wind. Can you tell me the global wind day, on which date we celebrate the global wind day? The global wind day is being celebrated on 15th of June. Okay, so it is the question number 15. 15th of June is the date on which we celebrate the global wind day. Next question. So guys, India ने recently defeat किया है country को to win the Intercontinental Cup, which is a football tournament. You have to tell me the name of the country which was being defeated. What is the name of that? A very direct question, a halva question for all of you. What is the right answer? Right answer is Lebanon. So Lebanon is the right answer. And apart from that, guys, India men and women teams have clinched the Kho championship title as well. ठीक है, a very important news article. Moving on to the next question. So Gandhi Peace Prize for 2021, it was being won by which of the following entities or the people? You have to identify the name of the entity or the people. So we are talking about the Gandhi Peace Prize. So it's the G for Gandhi and G for Gita Press, that is in the Gorakhpur, which has won this particular Gandhi Peace Prize for 2021. Apart from that, when I talk about the 2023 Peace Prize for German book trade, can you tell me the name of the person who has won this particular part? We are talking about the book. So that is Salman रश्दी. ओके, सलमान रश्दी जी को मिला है ये पर्टिकुलर पीस प्राइज. बढ़ते हैं अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. ऑन द वीहुकू फेस्टिवल, आई टोल्ड यू दैट इट इज बीइंग सेलिब्रेटेड इन अरुणाचल प्रदेश. आई टोल्ड यू दैट टाइम दैट द कम्युनिटी और द ट्राइब विच आर सेलिब्रेटिंग द फेस्टिवल, इट कैन ऑल्सो बी आस्क्ड इन द एग्जाम. सो यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द सेम थिंग इन दिस क्वेश्चन. द नेम ऑफ द ट्राइब विच सेलिब्रेट्स द वीहुकू फेस्टिवल. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट? इट इज तंगसा ट्राइब विच सेलिब्रेट्स द वीहुकू फेस्टिवल, विच इज अ पैडी ट्रांसप्लांटेशन फेस्टिवल. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. टेल मी द नेम ऑफ द एंटाइटी जिसने लॉन्च किया है इंडिया लैंग्वेज प्रोग्राम, एंड दिस प्रोग्राम विल बी सपोर्टिंग द लोकल न्यूज पब्लिशर्स इन द 9 लैंग्वेजेस. तो कितनी लैंग्वेजेस में सपोर्ट करेगा? 9 लैंग्वेजेस में सपोर्ट करेगा. किसको करेगा? लोकल न्यूज पब्लिशर्स को करेगा. व्हाट इज द प्रोग्राम? इंडियन लैंग्वेज प्रोग्राम. ओके, जैसे कि लैंग्वेज प्रोग्राम की बात हो रही है, तो 9 लैंग्वेजेस के अंदर लोकल न्यूज पब्लिशर्स को सेलिब्रेट basically support करने वाले हैं. What is the name of that organization? So guys, you all know that we basically use the Google Translate. So Google is also the right answer to this particular question. Moving on to the next question, guys. Tell me the name of that particular company जिसको मिला है एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट विच इज वर्थ ऑफ 580 करोड़ रुपीस फॉर द नॉर्वे बेस्ड विल्सन शिप ओइंग एएस. एंड व्हाई दिस हैज बीन दिस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हैज बीन अवॉर्डेड? द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हैज बीन अवॉर्डेड फॉर द डिजाइन एंड कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ 6 न्यू जनरेशन डीजल इलेक्ट्रिक जनरल कार्गो वेसल्स. व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन? It is Cochin Shipyard Limited. Okay, Cochin Shipyard Limited is the right answer. Now guys, as you can see here, it is a Norway. So Norway is a country which has topped in the World Press Freedom Index, which is being celebrated, which is being launched on the World Press Freedom Day, which is being observed on 3rd of May. When I talk about the country which topped, it was Norway. The country the most important country for which we are required to cover its rank, that is India. So what was India's rank? India's rank was 161. In the previous edition, India's rank was 150. So all such kind of details are very important to be covered from the exam point of view. Moving on to the next question, guys. The next question is on the exercise Khan Quest. You have to tell me the country where this 19th edition of this particular exercise Khan Quest was being held. So quickly tell me, it's UAE, Kazakhstan, Saudi Arabia, Iran or Mongolia. Guys, what is the right answer to this question? Please tell me, quickly tell me in the comment section. So it is the option E, that is Mongolia. तो मंगोलिया ने बेसिकली इसको कंडक्ट किया गया था मंगोलिया के अंदर, एंड इट वाज द मंगोलियन आर्म्ड फोर्सेस एंड यूएस आर्मी पैसिफिक कमांड जिन्होंने को स्पॉन्सर किया है इस पर्टिकुलर एक्सरसाइज को. ठीक है, इंडियन आर्मी की बात की जाए तो इट वाज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय गढ़वाल राइफल्स. ओके, सो गाइस, सिमिलरली देयर वाज अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट एक्सरसाइज व्हिच वाज बीइंग कंडक्टेड, दैट वाज एक्यूवरिन. तो एक्यूवरिन एक्सरसाइज की जब हम बात करते हैं, इट वाज बीन हेल्ड बिटवीन इंडिया एंड मालदीव्स. इंडिया और मालदीव्स के बीच में हुई थी. नाउ रिसेंटली Agnyastra exercise was being held? Can you tell me the name of this particular place where it was being held? So it was basically held in Ladakh. लद्दाख के अंदर ये हुई थी एंड इट वाज बेसिकली कंडक्टेड बाय नॉर्दर्न कमांड ऑफ इंडियन आर्मी. ओके, सो गाइस जब हमने बात की लद्दाख की, तो लद्दाख के अंदर एक फेस्टिवल सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है जिसका नाम है मोनलम चेनमो फेस्टिवल. Okay, so that's how you can correlate between these two news articles and you can remember them for a longer period of time. बढ़ते हैं अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ गाइस. तो फिनटेक कॉर्पोरेशन, एक एमओयू हुआ है फिनटेक कॉर्पोरेशन के ऊपर एंड यू हैव टू टेल मी दैट दिस अग्रीमेंट हैज बीन साइंड बिटवीन द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एंड गवर्नमेंट ऑफ व्हिच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कंट्रीज. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट? सो इट इज ऑप्शन सी, दैट इज फिलीपींस, with which this particular MOU has been signed. Next question. So United Nations has adopted the world's first treaty to protect high seas and preserve marine biodiversity in the international waters. International waters के अंदर हमें protect करना है high seas और preserve करना है marine biodiversity को, and you have to identify the incorrect statement with regard to this particular treaty. This treaty is also called biodiversity beyond national jurisdiction treaty. Okay, so one statement I have already helped you. You have to identify the incorrect statement. So जब हम बात करते हैं statement A के, it says the agreement will be open for signature in the New York for 2 years starting September 20th. Second statement says it will take effect after 100 countries ratify the agreement. That means जब 100 countries इसको ratify कर देंगी उसके बाद ये effective होगा. But that is absolutely incorrect because it will become effective when 60 countries will ratify the agreement. Okay, apart from that, option D says it is a legally binding agreement. That is absolutely right. So guys, what is the right answer? What is the incorrect statement? So it is option B. And what was the incorrect part? That is 100 countries. So right answer is option B, 100 countries. Was not be there. It will be 60 countries which will be ratifying the agreement when this particular agreement will come into effect. Next question. Tell me the name of the organization जिसने MOU sign किया है with the Ministry of Tourism and why this MOU has been signed. This MOU has been signed to promote India as the most sought after high potential tourism destination. So guys, what is the name of that? So guys, जब भी हम कहीं दूसरी सिटी में ट्रैवल करते हैं, कहीं जाते हैं, so what is basically the most preferred platform which we prefer for our stays? That is Airbnb. So Airbnb is the right answer to this particular part. Next question guys. So according to the assessment of the काठमांडू बेस्ड इंटरनेशनल सेंटर फॉर इंटीग्रेटेड माउंटेन डेवलपमेंट, एक इंटरगवर्नमेंटल साइंटिफिक अथॉरिटी जो है रीजन की, ऑन ग्लेशियर इन एशियाज हिंदू कुश हिमालय कुड लूज अप टू -% ऑफ देयर वॉल्यूम बाय सेंचुरीज एंड. सो बेसिकली बात हो रही है यहाँ पर ग्लोबल वार्मिंग की, और इस सेंटर ने बताया कि ये जो हमारा हिंदू कुश हिमालय है, जो ग्लेशियर है इन द एशियाज हिंदू कुश हिमालय, दे आर गोइंग टू लूज अप some volume of the water. So what exactly that volume is? That is what you have to identify here guys. What is the right answer? It is 75% of their volume that they will be losing by the end of this particular century due to global warming. Next question guys. So here you have to tell me the name of the company जिसने start किया है delivering Armado. What is Armado? It is a armored light specialist vehicle which has been built for the Indian Armed Forces. So what is the right answer to this question? What is the name of that company जिसने start किया है for delivering this Armado? It is option C, Mahindra Defense Systems is the right answer. Next question guys. So tell me the name of the country which has won the SDAT Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu World Squash World Cup Championship after beating Malaysia. So this particular country has defeated the Malaysia in the finals to won this particular World Squash Federation Squash World Cup Championship. Let me tell you that this particular championship was being held in Chennai, and what is the name of the country which has won it? It was Egypt, which has defeated the Malaysia. Next question. So guys, INS Kirpan has been built by Garden Ridge Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. You have to tell me that this INS Kirpan was being gifted to which of the following countries. इसमें से कौन सी कंट्री है जिसको ये गिफ्ट किया गया है recently? That is INS Kirpan, which is a Kukri class submarine. So guys, please quickly tell me what is the right answer. So it is basically option B, that is Vietnam. So here you can see INS Kirpan is a Kukri class missile corvette. So it is not a submarine, it is a missile corvette which displaces 1350 tons and was commissioned into Navy on January 12, 1991. Okay, what is the most important thing? The most important thing is दिस INS किरपान, नेम इज इंपॉर्टेंट, कौन सी कंट्री को यहां पर गिफ्ट किया गया है, दैट इज वियतनाम, इज ऑल्सो वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड किसने इसको बिल्ड किया है, दैट इज गार्डन रीच शिप बिल्डर्स एंड इंजीनियर्स लिमिटेड। मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन गाइस, यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द नेम ऑफ द एंटाइटी जिसने रिसेंटली एक कोलैबोरेशन की है विद द डे NULM, दैट इज द नेशनल अर्बन लाइवलीहुड मिशन, एंड दे हैव कोलैबोरेटेड फॉर व्हाट, टू मेक वेल इन्फॉर्म्ड करियर चॉइसेस इन द फील्ड ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप। किसको हेल्प करेगा, दे विल बी एम्पावरिंग द वुमेन, तो यहाँ पर वुमेन्स को हेल्प की जाएगी सो दैट दे कैन मेक वेल इन्फॉर्म्ड करियर चॉइसेस इन द फील्ड ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप। व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, the name of that organization is United Nations Development Program, that is the right answer. Next question guys, next question is on the Global Gender Gap Index 2023. You have to tell me the most important thing from this particular report, that is India's rank. So guys, सबसे ज़्यादा important है India की rank. Let me tell you that in the previous edition India's rank was 135 and it has lost 8 places. Sorry, it has basically jumped 8 places in this particular part. What is the right answer? It is the 127. So India की rank for this year it was 127. कौन सी organization है जो इसको launch करती है? It is World Economic Forum. Okay, World Economic Forum is the name of that particular organization which launches this particular part. So guys, apart from that, जब हम बात करते हैं उस country की जिसने इसको top किया है, what is the name of that country? It is Iceland, which has topped this particular index. Okay, that is the Global Gender Gap Index 2023. So guys, जब हम बात करते हैं कि वो कौन से पैरामीटर्स हैं, कौन से डायमेंशंस हैं जिसको यहाँ पर असेस किया गया in order to launch the Global Gender Gap Index. So basically it is having the 4 dimensions. What are these 4 dimensions? First of all is economic participation of this particular woman, then we have education attainment for the women, then we have wealth survival, health survival, and then we have political empowerment. Okay, so these are the 4 pillars of this Global Gender Gap Index. Okay, so these are the 4 pillars. So here you can see guys, it is a report which is being launched by the World Economic Forum. Moving on to the next question guys, India's largest airline Indigo, इसने एक order place किया है for 500 A320 family planes by which of the following companies, कौन सी कंपनी से बेसिकली ये ऑर्डर प्लेस किया गया है, दैट इज एयरबस. ओके, एयरबस इज द राइट आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, सो हियर यू हैव टू टेल मी द नेम ऑफ द पर्सन जिसको अपॉइंट किया गया है एज अ चेयरमैन ऑफ द गिफ्ट सिटी गुजरात International Finance Tech City. So what is the right answer? What is the name of that person? Let me tell you, the person who has been replaced is Sudhir Mankad and the person who has been appointed is Hasmukh Adhia. That is option A is the right answer. Next question. So guys, 9th International Yoga Day recently observed किया गया था. You have to tell me the date on which it was being observed. I told you that in the important days what you have to remember the date as well as the theme. So जब हम बात करते हैं date for this day, it is basically June 21st on which we celebrate International Yoga Day every year. And what was the theme for this year? It was Yog for Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, that is Yog for the world is one family. So that was the theme. So I am marking the star here. The theme as well as this day is very very important from the exam point of view. Now let's move on to the next question. So guys, you have to tell me the name of the integrated simulator complex which has been launched for enhancing practical training. किसकी ट्रेनिंग की जाएगी? Of the Indian Navy personnel. ठीक है, तो इसको रिसेंटली कहां पर लॉन्च किया गया है, इस्टेब्लिश कहां किया गया है? इन द कोची. सो गाइस, जब हम यहां पर बात करते हैं इस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन की, व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर simulator complex, its name is Dhruv. Okay, so this integrated simulator complex is Dhruv, and guys, it has been launched for practical training of the Indian Navy personnel. Okay, so guys, as it has been established in the Kochi, so guys, हमने पढ़ा था that there is a metro which is associated with this particular location. What is the name of that? That is basically India's first water metro which has been launched in Kochi. Okay, that is in Kochi, Kerala, and Kerala the first state to basically use the robotic scavengers to clean the manholes. So what is the name of that? That is Bandikut. Okay, so guys, जब हम बात करते हैं, हमने बात की first water metro की. Now let's also discuss the first underwater metro. And where it is being located? It is basically in Kolkata. Absolutely right, it is in Kolkata. Okay, so these are the right answers. These are the important details you should cover. Now let's move on to the next question. So guys, the next question, you have to tell me the name of the Indian documentary जिसको recently confer किया गया है with the WHO award under the climate change and health category at Health for All Film Festivals. So quickly tell me the name of that Indian documentary which has won the WHO award. What is the right answer? The name of that particular documentary is When Climate Change Turns Violent. So here you can see climate change के लिए दी गई है. अगर एग्जाम के अंदर कुछ ना भी याद रहे तो जिस ऑप्शन में आपको क्लाइमेट चेंज मिलता है उसको आप आंसर कर सकते हैं. दैट इज व्हेन क्लाइमेट चेंज टर्न्स वायलेंट. दैट इज द राइट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन गाइस, तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने रिसेंटली अमेंड किया है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी राइट्स ऑफ कंज्यूमर्स रूल्स 2020 बाय इंट्रोड्यूसिंग टाइम ऑफ डे. तो यहां पर आपको बताना है जो पावर टैरिफ है उसको सोलर आवर्स के दौरान कितना लेस किया गया है. ठीक है, वो कितनी रहेगी पावर टैरिफ, कितना कम रहेगा, व्हाट परसेंट इट विल बी बेसिकली 20% लेस ड्यूरिंग द सोलर आवर्स. ओके, सो दैट इज द राइट आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, ग्लोबल लिवेबिलिटी इंडेक्स. यू हैव टू टेल मी द नेम ऑफ द सिटी विच वाज द वर्ल्ड्स मोस्ट लिवेबल सिटी एज पर द ग्लोबल लिवेबिलिटी इंडेक्स. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट सिटी? इट इज Vienna. So Vienna is the right answer. What are the 5 broad categories? Here these are stability, healthcare, culture and environment, education and infrastructure. So these are basically the 5 broad categories for this particular index. Next question guys. So ADB ने approve किया है USD 295 million loan agreement to widen and upgrade 265 kilometers of the state highways. And आपके सामने क्वेश्चन क्या है? आपके सामने क्वेश्चन है you have to identify the name of the state for which it has been launched. तो ये जो एडीबी ने अप्रूव किया है $295 मिलियन लोन अग्रीमेंट, ये कौन से स्टेट के लिए किया है? दैट इज बिहार. ठीक है, तो 3 चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द नेम ऑफ दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो कि देने वाली अमाउंट. व्हाट इज द अमाउंट? USD 295 मिलियन. किसके लिए देने वाली है? ट्रांसपोर्ट कनेक्टिविटी इंप्रूव करने के लिए देने वाली है. कौन सी स्टेट को? दैट इज बिहार. सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू बी कवर्ड फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट एडीबी के जो प्रेसिडेंट है वो आपको पता होना चाहिए. दैट इज मसत्सुगु असाकावा. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट एडीबी का हेडक्वार्टर कहां पर है? इट इज इन मनीला, फिलीपींस. Okay, so these are the details you should remember from the exam point of view. Now let's question International Olympic Day 2023. On what day? Basically this particular, on which date this day is being celebrated? So the date on which it is being celebrated is June 23rd. And what was the theme for the International Olympic Day? It was let's move. Okay, so we all know Olympic is all about the sports and in the sports we have to move from one place to another. ठीक है, जब भी हम कोई ऐसी sporting activity करते हैं, so guys what will be the theme for this? The theme will be let's move. Okay, so guys I hope this is clear to all of you. बढ़ते हैं अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. So Manipal Technologies Limited ने recently partnership किया है with one of these public sector banks to drive financial inclusion by offering customized banking products. You have to just identify the name of that particular bank जिसने कि इसको launch किया है. What is the name of that particular bank? So the name of that particular bank is Indian Bank. Okay, Indian Bank is the right answer. Now let's move on to the next question guys. Tell me the name of the person who has been given the Sahitya Academy Yuva Puraskar 2023 for Lords of the Deccan, Southern India from Chalukyas to Cholas. So guys यहाँ पर 5 options आप सभी को दिए गए हैं. You have to identify the right answer to this particular question. ठीक है जी, तो मुझे जल्दी जल्दी बताइए what is the right answer to this question? So here the right answer is option B, that is अनिरुद्ध कनिसेट्टी. बट यहाँ पर एक और पर्सन है, that is अतुल कुमार राय, जिनको ये अवार्ड दिया गया है. बट he has been awarded for some different parts. So you can see here he has been awarded in the Hindi language category for चांदपुर की चंदा. ओके, सो अतुल कुमार राय जी को मिला है चांदपुर की चंदा के लिए. अनिरुद्ध कनिसेट्टी जी को मिला है लॉर्ड्स ऑफ द डेक्कन के लिए. ओके, आई होप दिस इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन गाइस. यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई दिस पर्टिकुलर टर्म व्हिच इन्वॉल्व्स द यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ वेरियस केमिकल एजेंट्स. ठीक है, उसका एम क्या रहता है उस केमिकल एजेंट के यूज करने का? टू एनहांस द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ रेन. ठीक है, रेन्स की प्रोबेबिलिटी को इंक्रीज करने का. So what exactly they do? They do seeding of this particular chemical agent into the clouds. What is the name of that particular term? As we are talking about the seeding, so it is the cloud seeding. That is the right answer. IIT कानपुर ने इसको successfully conduct किया एक test flight for the cloud seeding and that is why it was in the news recently. बढ़ते हैं अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. 2024 Summer Olympics. अभी हमने बात की इंटरनेशनल ओलंपिक डे जिसकी थीम थी लेट्स मूव. अब हम बात कर रहे हैं 2024 समर ओलंपिक्स की. आपके सामने क्वेश्चन काफी इजी लाइन पर है. You have to tell me the name of the country where it is going to be held. So what is the name of that country? So these important international events you are really required to remember from the exam point of view. किसका मास्कॉट क्या होने वाला है, ये कौन सी जगह पर होने वाला है, कौन सा एडिशन है, ये सब आपको पता होना चाहिए. The right answer to this question is Paris, France. Okay, so Paris, France is the right answer to this question. Next question, tell me the name of the bank which has become the first public sector bank in India, and this bank has become the first bank to introduce the facility of UPI payments to merchants through the रुपे क्रेडिट कार्ड. तो रुपे क्रेडिट कार्ड से यहाँ पर यूपीआई पेमेंट्स को हम कर सकते हैं. सो आप सभी ने आईपीएल के टाइम पर काफी बार ये देखी होगी, यूपीआई पेमेंट यू कैन डू फ्रॉम अ रुपे क्रेडिट कार्ड. सो व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट बैंक जिसने इसको recently roll out kiya hai? So it is basically Canara Bank. That is the right answer. Next question guys. So Indo-US mission to the International Space Station will take place in which year? So India और US का एक मिशन है for the International Space Station. You have to tell me the year by which they will be conducting this mission. What is that year? That is option C, that is 2024. So okay, जैसे कि बात हो रही है इंडो यूएस मिशन, हम बात कर रहे हैं स्पेस की. इंडिया के अंदर स्पेस से रिलेटेड कौन सा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है? दैट इज इसरो. इसरो का हेडक्वार्टर कहां पर है? बेंगलुरु के अंदर है. और इसरो के अगर हम चेयरमैन की बात करते हैं, व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द चेयरमैन? दैट इज एस सोमनाथ. ओके, सो जैसे कि हमने बात की बेंगलुरु की, तो वी ऑल नो कि आईआईएससी बेंगलुरु के अंदर एक्सिस बैंक इज गोइंग टू सेट अप द सेंटर ऑफ excellence for mathematics. Okay, so these are the important details you should remember from the exam point of view. Now let's move on to the next question. Next question is basically from the important personalities, the people who passed away recently. You, whenever such kind of news article is there in the news, you have to follow a PPP formula. What is that? You have to remember the name of the person, you have to remember the profession from which he belongs to, and you are also required to remember that what exactly is the place from which that particular person he or she belongs to. Okay, so guys यहाँ पर जो person है news के अंदर वो है John B. Goodenough, and he basically won the 2019 Nobel Prize. You have to identify that for which field he was basically provided this. He was being conferred with the Nobel Prize, so it is basically chemistry for which he was given the Nobel Prize for developing the lithium ion batteries. Next question guys, next question, you have to tell me the name of the company which has signed a USD $454 million deal with the Danske Bank to accelerate its digital transformation. What is the name of that company? The name of that company is option D, that is Infosys. Next question. So as World Bank ने approve किया है USD 255.5 million, and you have to tell me that इंडिया के अंदर कौन सी चीज को एनहांस करने के लिए इस लोन एग्रीमेंट को दिया गया है. टोल्ड यू कि यहां पर सारी चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है. द नेम ऑफ दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो कि लोन दे रही है, व्हाट इज दैट अमाउंट ऑफ द लोन, किसको लोन दिया जा रहा है, एंड व्हाट इज द रीजन फॉर विच दिस लोन अमाउंट हैज बीन गिवन. ओके, तो अभी हमने रिसेंटली पढ़ा था कि वेस्ट बंगाल को भी वर्ल्ड बैंक लोन अमाउंट देने वाला है $148 मिलियन का. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वर्ल्ड बैंक ने बांग्लादेश के साथ भी एग्रीमेंट साइन किया है, रोड सेफ्टी प्रोजेक्ट. अब वर्ल्ड बैंक फिर से न्यूज के अंदर है फॉर एनहांसिंग इंडियाज टेक्निकल एजुकेशन इन इंडिया. वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन एंड आई होप दैट दिस इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस. बिफोर दैट, बिफोर मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, वर्ल्ड बैंक से रिलेटेड काफी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज, दैट इज द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड बैंक. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्सन? दैट इज अजय बांगा, who has been recently appointed as the president of World Bank, and Ajay Banga is the right answer. So now guys, there is another important point you have to remember, that Ajay Banga is associated with the MasterCard. Okay, that is the right part. Next question. So WHO along with which of the following multilateral development banks have launched a health investment platform? तो यहाँ पर WHO ने एक health investment platform को launch किया है, but क्या aim है उसका launch करने का? The aim behind this launching is to strengthen the primary health care. So what is the right answer? What is the name of such kind of multilateral development banks? They are basically African Development Bank, European Investment Bank and the Islamic Development Bank, which is the right answer. बढ़ते हैं अपने last question की तरफ, that is question number 50. I want all of you to answer this question in the comment section guys. The question is, you have to tell me the name of the Indian Armed Forces which has conducted the exercise Run Vijay with the focus on integrated operations. हमारे जो आपसी integrated operations हैं उनके लिए exercise Run Vijay को conduct किया गया था, and what exactly is the name of that armed forces? That is Indian Air Force is the right answer. So guys, Indian Air Force की हम बात करते हैं. Indian Air Force ने launch किया था एक particular platform, that is Vayu Link, which was basically launched in order to keep the communication of the pilots very strong during the natural calamities, during the disasters. Apart from that guys, when I talk about some other exercises, we all know some of the exercises. For example, when I talk about the Japan के साथ इंडिया की कौन-कौन सी exercises हैं, we have also seen Dharma Guardian, we have seen Veer Guardian, which are the exercises which are being conducted with the Japan. When I talk about the India's exercises with the France, then we have Garud, we have Varuna, we have fringe X. So these are the different exercises that India conducts with the France. I hope that this is very much clear to all of you guys. So that was the last question of the today's session. I believe कि आज का session आप सभी को अच्छा लगा होगा. And if you want to access the PDF of this particular session, guys, do join our Telegram channel, because all the PDFs of such kind of sessions are being provided to you on our Telegram channel. And if you are still new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of these sessions. Now guys, I believe कि आज का session आप सभी को काफी अच्छा लगा होगा. And if you have liked it, then you can also mention the feedback in the comment section. Apart from that, सबसे important चीज जो है वो है आपके scores in this particular session. Please tell me what exactly was your score out of 50 in this particular session. Do let me know if you are having any kind of queries, and you can comment your queries in the comment section. I will be answering your queries there as well. Apart from that, you can also send us your queries at the rate hello@edutap.co.in, and you can also call us at 8146207241. So guys, thank you for joining us. Wish you all happy learning.